Welcome everybody, and I'm just going to read a couple of poems. Let's go. It's a real privilege to have you guys, and also the Briscoe sisters, make this stage really warm and strong for myself to kind of stand here and read a few poems that I've been spending about 10 years trying to put together a collection. These are a couple of love poems, not so much aimed at towards my love towards a person, but kind of using objects and very familiar things, in my surroundings to express myself towards this whole thing about the feelings, kind of incorporated into the word love. Okay. Judy, is that one of yours? No, okay. The sun is happy that a sparrow loves its life. Branches calm the air down to a smooth solitude. Energy from my psyche drives the stars that imitate water when its eyes are wished for. In your heart there is a place I need to live in. Moisten my body with your quiet coastlines. Blow mouthfuls of mist to circle your jewellery. Power that is woven into mother of pearl to appear as waves on your soft neck. My tongue alone has a way to know you. Your perfume at night keeps my senses tuned. A candle is lit to leave my sadness in its wisdom. A window is one way to justify happiness. A light is what I need to see the landscape. Dolphins, nectarines and turtles, and all at once they jump out from your mouth. Tears miles long like the great river of America pour from the eyes of the albatross that flings its head from below your breast. Fascinating parrots and doves too fly from the wheat of your palm straight to heaven. A silent sea pulls an island up by its roots, and you sleep there with horses from a dream. A melancholy voice resounds from your heart. A tui heard and muffled its plumes like a dying swan. Ants die by the thousands as they struggle towards you. Luscious fruits grow near your feet. You sleep with bananas, plums, grapes and melons. And when you awake, the sky casts huge shadows of birds that pick the white bread and peaches and nuts. Thank you. When you return, lift your shadow up from the ground. Carry it as if it were your pito. Sit down with it by the window and enjoy the day. Where rain falls the most, wash the capillaries first, for these are gentle reminders you once was just a dream. You too clung to the sea, and your mother's voice helped to create your ears. If the night happens to confuse you, don't be afraid. Those were your first breath. If you should see the sun on your first travel outside the womb, consider yourself lucky that those rays of hope would one day at the end of your life be a sanctuary at your birth. Thank you. Afraid to sleep at night, I held onto you. Your breathing that went into the rain and became wet around the eyes. I moved closer and the vastness of your ribs became a lighthouse, a bed, a mountain. My head was in heaven and I knew I lived near a church as fragrances of pews were my clothes. I wanted to live. I watered my tongue as strange voices circled its goodbyes and mimicked its sorrow. I found a dead light bulb near my mouth and moved it nearer the sun. My suitcase was full of solitude, a ship full of dreams, experience, land, gates, and maybe a bicycle. I was born in a tiny suburb where every street is bordered with state houses, the slum of New Zealand. My early memory of childhood is being molested by an older woman whose eyes, large discoloured rubbish bags, hovered like vultures over my penis. It is now 1999, the sky is blue, a bird is crying somewhere in the afternoon. I have not heard a human voice for 2 years. My mother lives in silence. It is a lovely silence. My father died a bitter man. Our family state house was burned to the ground on Easter weekend 18 years ago. The family portraits burned along with the walls and chairs. The house looked black. For a while our lives were black. As I wandered from house to house, Borstal to jail, digging ditches, I was like a machine. Now I refuse to work in factories. Because, the black man interrupted, the front of my face is a dead man, the back of my head is a festival. I carry my anger in a castrated horse. My uncle died in World War II. When I last saw him, he said, "Don't I look different in this British uniform?" There is no honour in death. To kill a human being is to kill yourself. Goodbye. Who are you? My lover whispered. Because when you sleep, I keep falling from a bridge. I am lost. I hold her close. We hold each other close. We hold the lost very close. I waited for 26 years until finally a dog barked, and since I lived alone, I always had something to say. I am the love poet, the ugly poet, the war poet, a giant in a tiny soul. As I walk back and forth from working in a factory, I stop at a party and get drunk until the moon is in my pocket and the street leads to paradise at the end of the highway. I decided to live in the phone box for the night. I was so drunk I forgot my name, forgot the name of my country, forgot my village, my people, my sister's children, and where I lived. Goodbye Tahiti, te ao maohi. The mind is in a box, the heart in the gutter. The rain has washed love into the jaw of the dog. Whatever you do, do not vote the dog in. Thank you.